Sometimes it just doesn't want to transition screens. There you go.
A rough-hewn plank bridge spans the deep rushing river here. The current of this wildly raging river is even more treacherous than it looks.
Huh.
There are more bushes in Daventry than you care to notice. There are more... Amazing! It's yet another rock! The trees flourish in the moist, healthy soil around the river. The trees flourish. If you wish to cross the river, diving into the raging current, don't concern yourself with... These trees don't need to be climbed.
Why not, man? I want to climb them. You know what I mean? I want to see what's going on. What do we got here?
The river flows swiftly through this area of the forest. Bushes and rocks seem to complement each other, don't they?
Indeed.
Small bushes grow vigorously in this sunny patch of the forest. The river flows swiftly through this area of the forest. Small bushes grow vigorously. There's nothing unusual about this tree, though it does seem especially healthy.
Well, that's nice.
In the distance, you can see a fork in the river. The river flows swiftly. There's nothing unusual about...
Okay.
The bush is rooted firmly in place. Diving into the raging current, the bush is rooted firmly. The bush is rooted. You can't move it. There's not much to do there.
Alright, well. Let's keep moving. There'll be something going on here.
This is a charming little wooded area of the forest. Pine trees and lush grass grow in the especially rich soil here. Flourishing pine trees abound in this part of the forest. There are an endless variety of trees in Daventry. None of the ones you can see here seem the least bit unusual.
I think you could take out Gage again.
Already did.
When? How long ago, though?
A few minutes.
Huh? How long ago?
Not long ago.
Oh. Okay, if you're sure. You're starting to bark and bullshit. Oh, these are good. Ooh, $4.29 though. Ooh. How many ounces? 9 3/4.
Flourishing pine trees abound in this part of the forest. If you've seen one bush, you've seen them all. If you've seen one bush, you've seen... A very ordinary boulder sits here. There are an endless variety of trees and lovely pine trees abound.
Okay.
There's not... Better not. Those pine needles look sharp. You can't do anything useful carrying a bush around with you. There is nothing up there you'll need. Better not. Better not. You can't do anything useful.
Okay. Let's just keep it moving then. Oh boy.
There's a large walnut tree surrounded by several pine trees. The squirrel seems hesitant about climbing its favorite walnut tree with you standing around. This large, healthy tree is chock full of plump walnuts. There's a large walnut. These are just 2 garden variety pine trees with nothing to offer but shade. There are trees growing nearly everywhere you look in Daventry. Some typical Daventry bushes flourish in the shade of the nearby walnut tree. There's a large walnut. Some typical Daventry bushes flourish in the... This large, healthy tree is...
Okay. Can we talk to the squirrel?
That's strange. You don't. That's strange. That's strange. That's strange. That's strange. That's strange. That's strange. Not surprisingly, the squirrel doesn't reply.
There you go.
You'd only get sticky sap and pine needles all over yourself. There is nothing up there you'll need. There's not much to do there. There is nothing up there you'll need. There's not much to do there. Please don't bother the squirrel. It has a lot of work to do before next winter.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh boy.
Gnarled ancient trees loom in this dark part of the forest. In this part of the forest, the trees are twisted and misshapen, lending an eerie feeling to the place. This small tree, wedged between a pile of rocks, has lost its struggle for life. In this part of the forest, gnarled ancient... The small tree is beyond help. There is nothing up there you'll need. There is nothing... There is nothing...
Okay. Do. Keep going, dude. Come on. Oh my gosh.
You are near a little gingerbread house in a forest clearing.
Oh, we know what this is.
The path to the front door is lined with little gingerbread boys and girls. The path to the gingerbread...
Okay.
The path to the... This is the most marvelous house you've ever seen. It seems like it's made of a huge gingerbread cupcake with frosting for a roof. The chimney is made of gummy bricks. The door is made of chocolate. The fence is made of candy canes. And sour ball stones and gumdrops are scattered around the yard.
How awesome is that?
This is the... You don't know how long they've been standing there. Eating them probably wouldn't be a wise thing to do. Yum! The house tastes even better than it looks. There's not much to do there.
I don't think going in would be a good idea, but...
There is no answer from inside the house.
Haven't we been here before? I guess it just loops around. Yeah, it does. Interesting. Keep going. Whoa.
It took millenniums for these stalagmites and stalactites to form. This is a large, apparently vacant cave. Damp and cool, the cave is lit only by the sunlight streaming in through the cave's entrance to the west.
Okay.
The cave walls are very damp and very cold. The cave wall.
Okay. Make our way through here.
It is a huge piece of granite. You need to move closer to try that.
I can do that.
It's impossible for you to move a boulder this large.
Well, so much for that idea. We go further in the cave, or... I don't think so. I guess there's really nothing here.
A large cave is at the edge of this meadow. This jagged rocky hill reveals the entrance to a cave. This jagged rocky hill reveals...
I thought we were already here, but I guess not.
Many large rocks and boulders are strewn about the area. This is one of the many small trees scattered around the lovely Daventry countryside. A large cave is at the... These rocks are a little too treacherous to climb. Don't be afraid, just walk over and step inside. The rock will not budge. The rock will not... This tree cannot be climbed.
That's a shame. Where does this go? Oh, we're just back here. Well, that's pretty awesome.
The goat appears to have found his way back to the pen. Amazing.
Really? Wow. So can we close the gate?
There's not much to do there. It would be easier to just open the gate. There's not... It would be easy. It would be... There's not...
I don't think you can close the gate.
That's strange. You don't. Silly. Goats can't talk.
Some can, I'm sure.
There's not... You wouldn't get very far carrying a goat. Perhaps you can get him to follow you if you'd like to take him somewhere.
Where would I take him?
You cannot get the trough.
I want to carry the trough around. I really, really do. Can't... it won't let me go.
Oh no, the goat has escaped through the
Again?
gate you left open. He could have wandered anywhere by now.
It doesn't seem to let you, carry or close the gate for some reason.
You're in a quiet part of the forest. There's an old rotted stump here. Inside the rotting stump, you notice a small leather pouch.
Ooh.
As you lift the pouch from the stump, you feel its contents shifting inside.
Cool.
When you peek inside the leather pouch, you discover it's filled with diamonds.
Nice.
Cautiously, you open the pouch and see many sparkling and flashing diamonds. Quickly, you close it again so as not to lose any.
Nice.
Cautiously, you open...
Okay. So now we got diamonds, apparently. That's exciting.
Next to you is an old fallen tree trunk. It's crumbling and rotted and holds no interest for you, unless you have a fascination with termites.
Mm-hmm.
From here, you can see that the stump is very old and rotting away. A dark hole at the top catches your attention. You can just see the northern edge of a nearby lake. A distinctively common tree sits near the shore of the lake. You're in a quiet part of the forest. A totally typical example of the trees in this forest. It's a large rock. There's nothing else inside the stump. Leave it be.
Fine.
The water is not deep enough here for you to dive. There is nothing up there you'll need. There is no reason to take this old log with you.
I'd like to see that.
You have neither the strength nor the time to move this rock. There is nothing up there you'll need.
We've been here. Let go. It doesn't really do anything. Let's go this way. Whoa. We're back at the castle?
You are standing outside King Edward's castle, which is surrounded by a serpent-filled moat. You never know what sort of fierce creature. A sturdy stone bridge has been built here to span the moat. The forest is slowly encroaching on the castle grounds. There are tall, ancient trees everywhere you look. Massive turrets from which the... You are standing outside. You are standing...
Okay.
There's... The guards do... The guards do... These trees are too far away to examine closely.
You talk to the serpent? I don't think that'll work, but you never know. Come on. Where you at?
That's strange. You... That's...
I guess
That's
so.
strange.
Let's try it again when they pop back out.
These serpents would rather eat you than talk to you.
Yeah. I would imagine so. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm just gonna walk this way. Just checking things out, you know? You know how we do. Back here. No, dude, no, calm down. Don't need to go into the water now. Dude, stop! Just go to the next screen. Here's the well again. Let's go this way. Where does this go? Oh, just here. Oh, that doesn't matter. Let's go down. Ooh, what do we have here? Is a new area.
You see a cottage in shambles. It saddens you to think that somebody might still live here. There are still a few graceful pines near the woodcutter's cottage. It is an ancient, rusty water pump. It probably doesn't even work. Bushes grow here and there around the front of the woodcutter's house. An old axe is permanently wedged into the tree stump. The handle has been broken and repaired. The head shows the signs of many sharpenings. You see a cottage in shambles. It's set. This crude porch looks like it has seen better days. From where you're standing, you can see that the cottage doesn't even have a door.
That's too bad.
The trees were cut from these stumps years ago. Better not. Those pine needles look sharp. There's nothing you can do with the stump.
Can we take the axe?
The old axe is tightly wedged in the tree stump. You cannot remove it, no matter what you do.
Aw.
There's nothing you can do with the stump.
Can we take the water pump?
The rusty pump doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
There's not much to do there. There's not much to do there. There's not much. Just walk over there.
Fine. You're not gonna be a jerk about it. Sheesh. Oh.
The woodcutter speaks to you, his voice broken with sorrow.
We would welcome you to our home, Sir Knight, but we've had no food for so long. My beautiful wife cannot even rise from her bed. I fear she may die soon.
Sorry to hear that, man.
A woman is laying in bed, pale and still. Her husband is seated on the bed, staring blankly at her pale face. An old earthenware pitcher sits on the table. There is a rickety old cupboard on the wall. The woodcutter's most treasured possession, a fine old fiddle, lies on the table. The woodcutter sits on the edge of the bed next to his wife. Ever since the woods became too dangerous to venture into, he's not been able to earn a decent living.
It's hard times, man.
The woodcutter's poor wife appears to be near death. A large fire burns merrily in the fireplace, providing some warmth in the drafty old cottage. A large fire burns. The woodcutter, still gazing at his wife's pale face, does not seem to hear you. The woodcutter's poor wife appears to be near death.
We could give you a carrot. Maybe that'll help you out.
The woodcutter accepts your meager gift of food.
Thank you, Sir Knight. This will help. For a while.
Okay, I'm gonna state the obvious here. Nice stash.
The woodcutter still...
So that'll help out, I suppose.
You cannot get the pitcher. If there was something of value in there, the woodcutter and his wife would not be starving to death.
True.
You cannot do that, Sir Graham.
Why not?
You warm your hands by the crackling fire. The woodcutter wouldn't appreciate that.
Yeah, let's go and touch his wife. That would be good.
There's not much to do there. The woodcutter probably wouldn't like that.
Alright, well, I guess that's all we can do here for now. Okay, then. So we gave him a carrot. I guess we could go and pick up another one, couldn't we?